Hello everyone, this is Rick. Today I am going to take you through the extraordinary life and legacy of Napoleon Bonaparte, from his early beginnings in Corsica to his rise as a military genius and emperor of France. Napoleon's impact on law, administration, warfare, and modern Europe was profound. This presentation will highlight key events, battles, and reforms that defined his career and shaped history. Now, let us begin our journey into Napoleon's remarkable world. Introduction. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769, in Ajaccio, Corsica, shortly after the island was transferred to French control from Genoa. He rose to prominence during the French Revolution, becoming a general at the age of 24 in 1793. Napoleon's military campaigns between 1796 and 1815 reshaped European politics and borders. He crowned himself Emperor of France on December 2, 1804, at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. His legal reforms, notably the Napoleonic Code of 1804, influenced civil law systems worldwide. Napoleon's reign ended with his defeat at the Battle of Waterloo on June 18, 1815. He died in exile on the island of St. Helena on May 5, 1821, at the age of 51. Early life and education. Napoleon was the second of eight surviving children of Carlo Bonaparte and Letizia Ramolino. In 1779, at the age of 9, he was enrolled in the military college of Brienne-le-Château in mainland France. He spent 5 years at Brienne before transferring to École Militaire in Paris in 1784. Napoleon completed his studies in 1 year, graduating in 1785 as a second lieutenant of artillery at the age of 16. His father died of stomach cancer in February 1785, leaving the family in financial hardship. Despite being Corsican by birth, Napoleon identified increasingly with French national interests. His early education emphasized mathematics and military science, laying the foundation for his future career. French Revolutionary Wars. The French Revolutionary Wars spanned from 1792 to 1802, involving France against various European coalitions. Napoleon's first major success was the siege of Toulon in 1793, leading to his promotion to brigadier general. In 1795, he suppressed the royalist insurrection on 13 Vendemiaire in Paris, enhancing his reputation. Appointed commander of the Army of Italy in 1796, he led successful campaigns against Austrian forces. Key battles included Lodi, Arcole, and Rivoli. The Treaty of Campo Formio was signed in October 1797, ending the war with Austria. In 1798, Napoleon led an expedition to Egypt, winning the Battle of the Pyramids on July 21, but facing defeat at the Battle of the Nile on August 1. Napoleonic Wars. The Napoleonic Wars lasted from 1803 to 1815, involving France against various European coalitions. The War of the Third Coalition, 1805, saw Napoleon's victory at the Battle of Austerlitz in December 2. The War of the Fourth Coalition, 1806 to 1807, he defeated Prussia at the Jena Austerlitz and Russia at Friedland. The Peninsular War, 1804 to 1814, involved the protracted conflict in Spain and Portugal against British and Spanish forces. The Russian campaign of 1812 began with an invasion of Russia by approximately 6 lakh troops. The retreat decimated the Grand Army. The Battle of Leipzig, October 16 to 19, 1813, resulted in a decisive defeat for Napoleon by the Sixth Coalition. The War of the Sixth Coalition culminated in the capture of Paris in March 1814, leading to Napoleon's first abdication. Abdication. On April 6, 1814, Napoleon abdicated the throne in favor of his son Napoleon II. This was rejected by the Allies. He signed the Treaty of Fontainebleau on April 11, 1814, renouncing all claims to the French throne. The treaty granted him sovereignty over the island of Elba, where he was exiled. Napoleon arrived on Elba on May 4, 1814, accompanied by a small entourage. He escaped from Elba on February 26, 1815, landing in France on March 1, initiating the Hundred Days. Napoleon regained control of France on March 20, 1815, as King Louis XVIII fled Paris. His return to power was short-lived, ending with his defeat at Waterloo on June 18, 1815. Battle of Waterloo. The Battle of Waterloo occurred on June 18, 1815, near Waterloo in present-day Belgium. Napoleon's army of approximately 73,000 faced the Duke of Wellington's Anglo-Allied army of about 68,000 and Blucher's Prussian army of 50,000. The battle began around 11:30 a.m. with a French attack on the Hougomont farm. Heavy rain the night before delayed the start and affected battlefield conditions. The arrival of Prussian forces in the late afternoon turned the tide against the French. French casualties were estimated at 25,000 killed and wounded, with 8,000 captured. Allied casualties were around 22,000. Waterloo marked the end of Napoleonic Wars and Napoleon's rule. Napoleonic Code and Administration. The Napoleonic Code or Civil Code was enacted on March 21, 1804, encompassing 2,281 articles. It standardized French civil law, emphasizing clearly written and accessible statutes. The code abolished feudal privileges and established legal equality for male citizens. Napoleon also introduced the Code of Civil Procedure 1806, Penal Code 1810, and Commercial Code 1807. He restructured the administrative divisions of France into departments, each overseen by a prefect appointed by the central government. The Conseil d'Etat Council of State was established to draft legislation and advise the executive. These reforms enhanced administrative efficiency and centralized authority in France. Educational reforms. In 1802, Napoleon established the ICSE system, creating state-run secondary schools to train civil servants and military officers. The University of France was founded in 1808 to oversee education and ensure uniform curricula across the nation. Education was centralized, secularized, and placed under state control, reducing the Church's influence. Curricula emphasized subjects like mathematics, science, history, and modern languages, aligning with state needs. Military discipline and merit based advancement were integral to the educational philosophy. By 1812, there were 45 lycées across France, providing education to thousands of students. These reforms aimed to create a loyal, competent administrative and military elite. Concordat of 1801. The Concordat of 1801 was an agreement between Napoleon and Pope Pius VII, signed on July 15, 1801. It re-established the Roman Catholic Church in France after its suppression during the Revolution. The state retained the right to nominate bishops subject to papal confirmation. The church renounced claims to properties confiscated during the Revolution. Catholicism was recognized as the religion of the majority, but religious freedom was maintained. The Concordat was promulgated on Easter Sunday, April 18, 1802. It remained in effect until 1905, except in Alsace-Lorraine, where it is still applied. Legacy and conclusion. The Napoleonic Code, enacted in 1804 with 2,281 articles, standardized civil law and influenced legal systems across Europe and Latin America. Napoleon established the lycée system in 1802 and founded the University of France in 1808 to centralize and modernize education. His military strategies, such as those at Austerlitz and Jane Austerlitz, remain key studies in military academics worldwide. Administrative reforms divided France into different departments overseen by centrally appointed prefects, streamlined governance. The Concordat of 1801 re-established relations with the Catholic Church while maintaining state control over religious matters. Napoleon's restructuring of Germany into the Confederation of the Rhine in 1806 fueled nationalism and weakened the Holy Roman Empire. After his defeat at Waterloo in 1815 and exile at St. Helena, Napoleon's reforms continued to influence modern states. Thank you for watching this detailed journey through the life and legacy of Napoleon Bonaparte. From his early rise to his dramatic fall, his impact on law, warfare, and governance still echoes today. If you have found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such in-depth historical content. Drop your thoughts or questions in comments.